JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Tropical wave to bring showers and thunderstorms until Friday, says Met Office. Jamaicans are being urged to brace for an increase in rainfall from Tuesday afternoon as a tropical wave is expected to come close to the island. According to the Met Service of Jamaica, the system is expected to bring showers through to Friday. Periods of thunderstorms are also likely. Parishes across the island, particularly those on the East Coast, are expected to be affected mostly in the afternoons. Valiant arrested for outstanding tickets following collision with Tufton. Following an accident on Sunday involving Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, dancehall artist Valiant has reportedly been taken into custody on a warrant for outstanding traffic tickets. It is understood that the warrant was reportedly discovered after Valiant's license was run through the system following the accident. Minister Tufton was left nursing a broken wrist after reportedly being hit from his bicycle on Charlemont Avenue in St. Andrew. At that time, it was reported that Tufton was hit by a popular dancehall artist. In a post providing an update on his injury later that same evening, Tufton was photographed shaking hands with Valiant, who he confirmed was involved in the accident. Following the incident, Valiant's license was run through the system where the outstanding warrant was discovered. Valiant, given name is Raheem Bowes, was reportedly arrested on Tuesday. 3 men arrested following gun and ammunition seizure in St. James. 3 men arrested in St. James following the seizure of a Smith & Wesson .38 revolver and a magazine containing 7 rounds of ammunition on Tuesday. The St. James police made the seizure during a joint police-military operation in Black Pipe roadsides in the parish. The police say about 6 a.m. they conducted a search in a 2-bedroom apartment at the mentioned address, and the weapon was found on top of a refrigerator. They say the 3 male occupants who were seen in the apartment were taken into custody. Their identities have been withheld pending further investigations. Man recently deported from Antigua arrested for sexual assault. The St. Elizabeth police have revealed that 35-year-old Odain Lee of Barbary Hall, St. Elizabeth, was recently deported from Antigua and Barbuda for overstaying. After making checks with Jamaican authorities, it was discovered that Lee was wanted in relation to a case of sexual assault which was committed in December 2022. It's alleged that he was operating a taxi when he diverted to the Barbary Hall Sports Complex where he sexually assaulted a female passenger. A report was made to the police, investigation launched, and warrant issued for his arrest, disclosed Superintendent Coleridge Minto, head of the St. Elizabeth Police.
A report was made to the police, an investigation launched, and a warrant issued for his arrest. On the 30th of May 2024, the accused was arrested at the Norman Manley International Airport on his arrival into the country. He's set to appear before the St. Elizabeth Parish Court. The driver was arrested and the motor vehicle seized. We have in fact seen an increase in the number of firearms seized in the parish when compared to the corresponding period for last year. So far, we have seized 18 firearms when compared to 14 for the same period in 2023. This investigation is ongoing.
Meanwhile, Superintendent Minto said a man was taken into custody Monday in connection with the seizure of 3 illegal guns along the Goshen Main Road, was on his way to meet another individual in the parish when he was picked up.
Yeah. At about 2 p.m. on Monday, a team from the Area 3 Highway Patrol was conducting an operation along the Goshen Main Road. A white Nissan motor car traveling in a westerly direction towards Santa Cruz was signaled to stop. The driver complied. A search of the vehicle revealed 3 illegal firearms, 2 Taurus 9mm pistols, along with 1 Smith & Wesson revolver. There were also 2 magazines inside the vehicle. The driver was arrested and the motor vehicle seized. This brings to 4 firearms recovered in a 24-hour period. We will continue our operations across the parish to ensure that the illegal weapons are removed off the streets and persons are held responsible for their actions. We continue to appeal to the public and members of this parish that any information they have can share through 119, Crime Stop 311, or the nearest police station.
Teacher facing gun and ammunition charges in St. Elizabeth. The St. Elizabeth police seized an illegal gun and 20 rounds of ammunition during an operation along the Pedro Plains Main Road on Sunday. Charges were laid against D'Angelo Gordon, a 31-year-old teacher of Linstead, St. Catherine. It was reported that about 1 a.m., a white Nissan motor vehicle being driven by Gordon was signaled to stop. During a search, a 9mm Ruger pistol loaded with 8 live rounds was found in his possession. 12 9mm rounds were also found inside a bag. Investigations led the police to an address associated with the suspect, when additional 49 rounds were seized. A man who was at that property was also taken into custody. Family distraught as man dies 2 days after arrest. A Clarendon family is seeking answers after their relative died while in police custody at the Chapelton police station on the weekend. The family is alleging that 33-year-old Rekima Bravo, a farmer of Angate in Chapelton who had a history of mental illness, should not have been detained in a regular cell and should have been specially monitored by cops after his detention on Saturday. Reports were that about 4:50 a.m. on Monday, the lawmen were alerted to a commotion in the lockup where they found Bravo on the floor of his cell in a pool of blood with a laceration to the back. He was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. It is understood that Bravo was detained after allegedly attacking his grandmother with a knife and destroying her property. It was reportedly charged with assault of common law and malicious destruction of property. Dudley Williams, Bravo's uncle, broke down on Monday as he spoke about the tragedy that befell his family. Williams acknowledged his nephew's struggles with mental illness, which he believed contributed to his detention. "Me feel it bad, me feel it to my heart," he said. Williams argued that although Bravo had a history of physical attacking his grandmother, considering his struggles with mental illness, it was misguided to take him into police custody. He believes that a more compassionate and supportive approach was warranted. But they are Kingston. I mean, so the police them come and lock him up to him behave. Him chop down everything and so and so. Him misbehave pan him grandmother, you know, going there with knife pan and liquor and so little things. So the police them come and say what go on and came go lock him up. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, and the Jamaica Constabulary Force are probing the death. INDECOM said it will be probing whether there was any negligence in the actions of the police officers which resulted in Bravo's death. Since the start of this year, INDECOM commenced investigations into 9 deaths in custody incidents, of which 3 occurred at a police station and 6 within the precincts of a correctional institution. It also launched a probe into reports of a fatal police shooting in the corporate area yesterday evening. According to a 2019 report, 313 mentally ill people were locked away in correctional institutions across Jamaica. Widow denies fabricating story in Keith Clark trial. The widow slain chartered accountant Keith Clark has questioned why none of the alleged gunmen who the defense claimed were on her property the night her husband was killed was caught or shot. Noting that the Army is there to defend Jamaica, retired senior education officer Dr. Claudette Clark further asked why her husband was the only one killed by the Army if gunmen were on her premises. The 65-year-old university lecturer, who completed her evidence on Monday after a little over a month on the witness stand, was responding to a suggestion from Defense Attorney Linton Gordon that the gunmen were at her home firing at an Army helicopter on the night of the incident. The 63-year-old chartered accountant was shot 21 times during the raid at his home on May 27, 2010, by members of the security forces in search of then fugitive Christopher Dodos Coke, who was wanted by U.S. authorities for drug and gun running offenses. 3 soldiers, Lance Corporals Greg Tingling, Odell Buckley, and Private Arnold Henry, were implicated in Clark's death and are currently being tried for his murder in the Home Circuit Court. The defense, however, is contending that Coke and a group of gunmen were in the basement of the Clark's home on the night of the raid and had fired at the security forces before escaping in bushes at the back of the premises. But Dr. Clark has insisted that she, her husband, and her daughter were the only ones at the home that day. She further maintained that there were no men in her basement and that when the gunshot started, the family wanted to seek refuge in the basement but could not find the key to open the grill. "I repeat it 100 times, 1,000,000 times. There was nobody there," she said. Gordon, however, told her that she was making up stories during her evidence and adjusting her account to protect her husband's reputation. But this was strongly rejected by Dr. Clark. "I did not make up any story. I live it," she shouted, moments before apologizing to the judge for losing her temper. Before that, she told him, "I came here to give evidence, Nothing is going to bring back my husband. I don't need to make any adjustment. Under further cross-examination, Dr. Clark denied knowing that coke went by the aliases Omar Clark and Clarky. She also testified that she had no knowledge of her husband providing private accounting work for Coke and his father, Lester Lloyd Jim Brown Coke. Meanwhile, her daughter Brittany, who started her testimony on Monday, said she was home sleeping on the night of the incident when she was startled by an explosion like a bomb on top of her house. The witness said she was hit with feelings of terror and confusion before she heard her mother in the corridor instructing her to get underneath the bed. However, she said that her mother, who her father joined, quickly changed her mind and told her that they would go to the basement. The witness further corroborated her mother's evidence that they could not gain entry, as they could not find the key to the grill and they all went to her parents' master bedroom. She also told the court that no one else was in her home beside her parents that night. At JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.